All right, thank you. Please be seated. We will now begin with opening statements from the defense.
Thank you, Judge. I wish that you guys were going to get the chance to meet this woman. But you won't. You won't. This is a woman from a family of 7 siblings, raised in St. Simons Island area. Put herself through medical school and dental school and ran a solo dental practice for 32 years in the St. Simons area. A stranger to nobody. A real light in her eyes. I wish you were going to get a chance to meet her, but you won't. There was only one thing after raising 3 kids, running a dental practice for 32 years, there was one thing she didn't have as she's nearing her retirement. A loving, committed relationship, somebody to spend it with. Enter James David Barron. 6'3", 235 pounds. An ex-football player from the University of Tennessee. And even the Cowboys. He played defense. He was known to hit hard. She thought she had found her Prince Charming. She literally would call him her knight in shining armor. And he would call her his Cinderella. And yes, it went fast. It went lightning fast. From summer of 2024, when their relationship truly began in earnest, to October 2024, they own this house in Hall County, 4238 Bay Ridge Drive, at a cost of $1.59 million. And a mortgage of $1.33250. A monthly payment that was north of $9,000 a month. And this is the first time, about the time they close on this house, when it starts to shift. The shining armor, This was somebody who had opinions about what she wore, what she was to eat, what she was to do with her money from the sale of her dental practice. This was someone who put their hands on her over and over and over again. Sometimes just grab her head and smash it up against the inside of a car right against a little side window. Other time, toss her purse out on the road while they're driving down the street. Sometimes he did things to her that should not be done to any woman. And every time, every single time, it ended the same way. Apologies. I'm sorry. I'll never do this again. And when it was over, there were 2 rules. He's a really good man. She told everybody, he's a really, really good man. And number two, you don't tell a soul what he's done to you. Nobody. And she didn't. She never told a soul. That's when the nightmare started. That's when her inability to sleep began. And yeah, it's true. It is true that on December 28th of 2024, she found out about this woman here on the right, Lilia Bokan from Moldova, and her daughter on the left, Emily Estrade. And it's true, she didn't like that one bit. True. It turned out Mr. Barron was not only getting these two women brought into the United States with a green card, but also he was paying for their apartment to the tune of $3,500 a month in the state of New Jersey. And yeah, she didn't like that one bit. It's true. And they would fight, and it was violent. Apologies again. Two rules. He's a really good man. He's a really good man. And what he did to you is not to be discussed. So she didn't tell a soul. And the nightmares continued. Let's get down to what happened here, folks. On March 6th, the day before the shooting, she made the trip from St. Simon's Island. That's 6 hours in the car, in case y'all have never been there. She was driving David Barron's car, James David Barron's car, from St. Simon's to Hall County. Why did she have his car? Well, because her car had an issue. You're going to hear about what that is. It wouldn't run. Wouldn't run. She had his car. She did what she normally did on Thursday. She went to go see her personal trainer. She worked out. And she said, I'm canceling tomorrow's appointment. I'm coming up to Hall County. And she drove up here in David Barron's car. David Barron had been trying to drive her car. He'd been trying to drive her car, but he couldn't make it work. It wouldn't run. So he had to go rent a car. And when she got there on March 6th, the very next day, March 7th, they returned that car. Yeah, it was a pretty good day. It was a pretty good day that day, in the beginning. They returned that car, and there are now two vehicles at this house, two. One does not work, it's hers. The other one that works is his. One set of keys, the keys to his car. March 7th. So we get to the evening. She makes them dinner. She makes him scrambled eggs just the way he likes it. Little milk, salt and pepper, some butter. Puts that in a frying pan. She gets bacon, puts it in another frying pan, waits till they're cooked on the right way, flips them over, some kielbasa, serves them dinner. And when it's done, cleans it up, cleans up their plates. He falls asleep in front of the television set. There was something on her phone. There was something on her phone that she'd forgotten to delete. When she came back into the living room, he'd seen it. He'd seen it. And he was enraged. He'd never gotten like this before. He was enraged. And all 6'3", 235 pounds of him came over and choked her, cutting off her air, just choking her. Then he slammed her up against a wall, grabbing her arms, throwing her up against another wall. He can toss her like a rag doll, and he did. Then he decides, you know what? Let me get my gun. Let me take your phone. Let me take the only keys to the only car in this house at 1:06 a.m. He tells her, no one's leaving this house tonight. He comes back over, he grabs her, he drops her down to her knees, and he's got her right there in front of him, and he wants something from her. And he's going to make it happen. And she won't do it as good as he wants it done, and through the tears, yes, real tears, through the tears coming down, he takes the gun and he says, legitimately, I will shove this down your throat. Do not close your eyes tonight. Cruises on upstairs, slams the door so loud as he gets upstairs that it sounds like a shot. And with those tears mixed with the taste of his sex organ in her mouth, she's got to make a choice. The only way out of there is to get her phone. She cannot leave. This house is a 33-minute walk to the next possible intersection. It is isolated. There are no lights. She has no car. Oh, sure, she could walk out the front door and go to a neighbor. He's on her in 2 seconds if she does that. She gets her gun. She goes up, and by the way, yeah, this is how she looks. She gets her gun. She goes up those stairs, and she even gives him a chance. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. I am leaving. Give me my phone. Nothing. David, I'm going to shoot the lock off this door. I'm going to shoot this lock. Give me my phone. Nothing. And with her hands shaken, every part of her body vibrating, her inability to even breathe, these deep gasps, she does fire at that lock. She does. And you've already heard, this was a strange looking shot. Through a door, out a door, through a wall, out a wall. And unfortunately, truly tragically, hits him. Now she's locked outside of a door. Still can't call 911, no phone. This 5'5", 120-pound woman then marshals up the strength to sprint down the 2 flights of stairs, grab a hammer, bash a hole in it so that she can get through and unlock the door and get in to help this man. And she does it. She does it. And as soon as she gets in there, she picks up the phone, her phone, and she calls 911 immediately. Over and over again. She dials over and over again, over and over again. She tries to call her sister. She tries to call 911 over and over and over again, and she can see that he is dead. He is dead. This is what's going through her mind. Nobody's coming. They're not there fast enough. Yeah. She picked up his gun for sure. She shot 2 shots with that gun, that's for sure. This wasn't an attempt. This was not an attempt to set the scene. This was a suicide attempt. Twice. Police come. She can't even articulate anything. She can't even tell the 911 people anything. They can barely get the address of the house down. Remember those rules. Unfortunately, even though anybody looking at this person would know he's deceased, anybody, unfortunately, she's told by EMS that when his body left the scene, he was still alive. She's told he's still alive. She believes it because she wants to, desperately. It's not true. It's not true, but she believes it. And she almost had the courage, even still believing that he was alive, she almost had the courage to break one of the rules and tell him the truth about what he'd done. She almost had the courage, but she wanted.
Is he okay?
I will learn that here in a minute.
All the sounds so stupid.
It's okay.
I was coming back up the stairs because he'd never gotten like this, ever. I mean, he's pushed me a few times, and I don't know if I should tell you everything.
Well, the more you tell me, it helps me understand what happened.
God, please, I'm about to throw up. I just need to know how he is.
We'll find that out in a minute. So what happened when you went up the stairs?
That was as close as they got to finding it out. A couple of things. Ms. Bagwell said the medical examiner is going to testify and say this is a homicide, but that doesn't mean anything to do with what your job is here today. Homicide just means death at the hands of another. It doesn't mean murder. Self-defense cases are called homicides by medical examiners, okay? Even reckless conduct cases where somebody did something recklessly, not trying to kill somebody, but maybe recklessly, they still call that homicide. It's not going to get you where you need to go and what your job is here today. We agree. This case isn't about what. It's about why. It's about why. She was justified in using that force. We think you're going to agree with us. She was. Wish you'd get a chance to meet her, but you